Modern American history. The modern American history was from 1914 through 1946. Many events took place, like in 1915, Jim Thorpe begins professional football career. In 1917, United States enters World War I. And in 1920, an amendment constitution gives the U.S. the right to women. Many books were also published this period.
First theme, the American Dream, a time where America was viewed as a place of better life. Second theme, the land and the frontier, where land served as hope and renewal. The next, the hero, where the evil one struggles with his own society. Lastly, community, where the larger community destroys the individual and serves as salvation.
The American Dream. America was viewed as a place where you can recreate yourself. The Battle of Gettysburg. A bloody battle that halted Robert E. Lee's invasion of the North was a turning point in the Civil War. After the dust settled, more than 70,500 soldiers, over 3 times the population of Gettysburg itself. Open quote. Conceived in liberty and dedicated the proposition that all men are equally created. Close quote. Explanation. Show that it's a place where men can recreate themselves. Men fought for their equal rights as the whites because they disliked being discriminated. Open quote. Achieve and cherish a just and lasting peace among ourselves and with all nations. Close quote. Be equal, a nation that's about being equal where one can recreate themselves. They want to become one nation so everyone can drop everything and just live equally and happily. The land and the frontier. The land is a place of hope and renewal. Robert E. Lee, A Letter to His Son, is summarized by we should live, act, and say nothing to the injury of anyone. It is not only for the best as a matter of principle, but it is the path of peace and honor. Robert Lee is telling his son to always be a good person and be honest. Also, he should always do his best at everything he does in life. Open quote. Until all ground of hope is gone, that the fruit of his noble deeds will. Close quote. Speaks about hope and how after that's over, nobleness will continue and make what's best of it. Open quote. Strife and civil war ought to take the place of the brotherly love and kindness. He's no charm for me. Close quote. Explanation shows how after war the load will be about love and kindness, how everyone will just get along and get over what happened. The hero, the evil he struggles against his own society. The theme hero can relate to the same story, Letter to His Son, in a way that they both have struggles against their communities, and they both have characters who try to fix things for their communities. They speak up for their communities to try and make things justified for everyone. They do everything that is possible to succeed. Open quote. I shall return to my native state and share the miseries of many people and save in defense. Close quote. He will fight for his nation and go through the struggles they do as a family to create a nation. Anything is possible with help. Open quote. Mankind will not for years be sufficiently Christianized to bear absence of restraint union. Close quote. Shows that mankind will not be tied down to something they don't agree to unless it's manly enough that they have to do as told. Community. The larger community destroys the individual serves as salvation. In the first part, he is a cub pilot under his mentor, Horace Bixby, who teaches him how to navigate the treacherous river. In the second part of the book, Twain describes a trip he takes back to Mississippi in 1882. Boarding in St. Louis, he takes steamships down to New Orleans, then all the way back up the river to Minnesota. Open quote. One permanent ambition among comrades in our village on the West Bank, close quote, shows how the comrades in the village destroy individuals' confidence or just the people in general. They lose more than they gain. Open quote. Possess the power of life and death over all men and could hang anybody. Close quote. This quote shows how the power of death and life can be handled. for anybody. Not everyone lives, everyone has a deadline ahead.
Go.
Americans have sought to realize the American dream of success, well, through thrift and hard work. Communities still exist today because there are communities that share same interests and goals. Heroes exist today because there are people saving lives of people every day, not necessarily like in the books. The land of hope still exists today as long as you have a positive mind towards everything you do, no matter how hard the journey may be.